Greetings, Korbanth fans. I'm going to show for you a demonstration of the Reyflex Proffie installed Saber. So as you can see, it comes with the 6 grips that are just peel and stick, and you can place them in equal positions around here. I usually have a document that I send that tells you exactly how to do it, but it's very simple. You put one on this side and then try to put one on the exact opposite side, and then it leaves 2 empty spaces on each side that are easy to space, and you can put them on there. What you do when you first get this, to open it up, you have to push in and turn, and then it opens up. Now what you have here's your chassis with your Proffie. The SD card is right in there, your speaker, and this is what I call a kill plug, or the recharge plug. Sometimes you can get it with your fingers, but I like to use little needle nose pliers. And when you pull it out, you should hear the sound. If you don't, you could have a dead battery. So that's no problem. These are rechargeable batteries. The recharger that you have that came with it plugs into here, and then of course you plug it in the wall. I would give it an overnight charge for the first time, because it's very important, because we don't send the Sabers out with full charge on the battery. It's just for safety reasons. It's better to send it out the way they come, which is a lot lower than you should have it. I noticed that on a low battery, sometimes you do have, the Saber doesn't function as well. Like maybe you'll get a staticky crackle, or maybe it doesn't turn on correctly. So charge it up fully the first time. It's very important. So one thing I noticed is when this piece right here, which is actually supposed to be movie accurate, it's a plate. When you have this on, it doesn't sound very loud. What I've recommended is, if you got an installed Saber, what you do, just take this off, peel this off, and then of course the other piece falls out. The way that these are in there is this goes in, and this is just sort of a magnet, so now they stay. But they also muffle up your sound, so I would take them out if you're going to be using installed Saber, which you are, you want good sound. So I'm gonna plug this back in, and remember, it goes in. Carefully, you push it in a little bit till you find the groove, push, and then turn, and now it's in. One thing about this Saber is that this right here is what you call your blade retention. Blade retention is what holds the blade in after you got it put in. So you can squeeze the bunny ears to help release. Pull this out. Down inside here are some pins. This is called, inside there is called the PCB, which is the little circuit board with your pins. So now that it's on, this is the button that turns it on.
Kid, I've flown from one side of this galaxy to the other. I've seen a lot of strange stuff, but I've never seen anything. All-powerful force controlling everything. There's no mystical energy field controls my destiny.
So you push this button and it comes on, and you push the button once, it goes off. This button on the side here, you move it with your thumb, you pull it down. It's not a push button, it's a pull down. And when you pull it down, it changes to the next font.
I'll never join you!
And then of course, when you push it, it could be a different color or a different blade style. So that button right there is what changes fonts. There could be about 20 fonts on here.
That lightsaber was Luke's and his father's before him, and now it calls to you.
Now the way to play music on the Sabers, most fonts, probably 9 out of every 10 fonts on each Saber will have music. The way you play the music is you press the button, hold it down for about 1.5 seconds. And then, of course, it'll still work.
Something
Now,
inside me has always been there, but I was awake.
So advancing the font will also turn off the music and go to your next font. And then you want to see what music is on the next font, you just hold it down for about 1.5 seconds. It's real tricky to get how to do it, but you'll figure it out after you do it a few times. Hold, release. So it turns off the music. Now, a very important thing is this blade retention screw. Make sure it's out so that nothing is keeping the blade from going in. Squeeze the bunny ears. Gently push this blade down as far as it'll go until you feel it can't go any further. Don't jam it in and don't twist it because you got pins down there and that could be bad. So what you do is use a screwdriver and tighten up the blade. It should be nice and tight. See, it doesn't move at all. Now, so each font has a different blade style and color. You'll find there's about 4 or 5 blues, 4 or 5 reds, 4 or 5 greens, you know, a couple purples and different blade styles.
I let you live. Persistence in the Force is my ally.
Rey Skywalker.
There's the yellow blade.
This part is over.
Of course, the wonderful purple blade. You know who that is.
As you see, my Jedi powers are far beyond yours.
Red.
Feel, don't think.
Green.
Instincts. I'll never turn to the dark side.
Now you have a couple other green ones.
Something inside me has always been there.
Another blue one.
Lord Vader.
Red, of course. I mean, I could go through all the fonts, but I'm going to leave some surprises for you to find. But once you get when you get to the end of all the fonts, you're going to get to a font where it just shows a light somewhere on the Saber, and that is your battery indicator. That tells you the life of the battery. So if the light on the blade is at the tip of the Saber, it means you got a full charge. If it's in the middle, it's about half charge. If the light on the blade is closer to the hilt and it's sort of glowing red, it means you're almost out of juice and you got to recharge your battery. So it's pretty simple. I don't think there's hardly any other pieces of information you need. This kill key, or the recharge port, when it's in the plug or when it's in the recharge port, it hardly loses any battery, but you have to, I don't know, for me, I don't like taking the Saber apart every time I want to do it. What I do is I put it on the charger, charge it overnight, and then I just set this aside someplace safe. I only use these when we're shipping because it helps keep the Saber from not coming on while it's in transit. That would be bad because it scares everybody in the mailroom. So after you charge it, you can put this back on and just put it up on the wall or wherever you're going to keep it, and you should not have to. I mean, it depends on usage, of course. It's like a cell phone. If you use it a lot, you're going to be charging it a lot. But if you use it a few times and you set it to the side and maybe every day you come and turn it on for like a couple of minutes, you probably won't have to recharge it for nearly a month. But again, that's what's nice about rechargeable batteries is you can recharge them. And again, like I said, if you're going to have it as an installed Saber, I would not use the discs in the back. I know it takes away from movie accuracy, but again, there's a fine line between movie accuracy and installability to make something work. So it's up to you. You can use them. You may get a little diminished sound, but it's up to you. Hope you like it. If you have any questions, you can give us a shout at www.korbanth.com, and my email is at the top. Thank you. Have a great day.